Hello friends, welcome to Code Crush Coding. In this video, we will learn about Java interfaces. We will learn how to implement the interfaces and when to use them in detail with the help of example. So in the previous video, we have already learned about the abstraction. Watch previous video before going through this video. So interface is one of the way to achieve the abstraction in programming language. Another way was using abstract classes. So we have covered the abstract class in previous video. We will see interfaces in this video. So the first question is, what is meant by interface? So an interface is a fully abstract class. So interface is basically a abstract class, but is a fully abstract class. In abstract classes, we can have the abstract method as well as non-abstract method. But in interfaces, all the methods are by default abstract. So it includes a group of abstract methods. And what do you mean by abstract methods? A method which does not have a body. It is just a declaration, and any other class which is extending that particular class or implementing the interface need to provide the implementation of abstract method. Multiple inheritance cannot be achieved in Java, so that we have already covered in inheritance topic, why the multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. So to overcome this problem or to achieve the multiple inheritance in Java, interface concept is introduced. So by using interfaces, we can achieve the multiple inheritance. An interface is a template which has only a method declarations and not the method implementation. So what does it mean? It has only the abstract method, because abstract method has only method declaration and not the method implementation. So all the methods in the interface are internally public abstract void. So if you don't provide this access specifier, so by default it will always be public abstract void. So all the variables in the interface are internally public static final, that is constant. So if you declare a variable in the interface, by default it will be public static final. So it means that the variable value cannot be changed as it is a final. So class can implement the interface and not extend. So what does this statement means? So till now we have seen that we can achieve the inheritance by extending one class to the another with the help of extends keyword. But when you want to extend the interface, you don't need to use the keyword extend, but you need to use the keyword implement. We will see in the practical how to make use of this keyword implement. The class which implements the interface should provide an implementation for all methods declared in the interface. So any class which is implementing an interface need to provide the implementation of all the abstract method present inside the interface. Let's see one example here. So how does interface look like? So in this way you can have the interface public abstract interface. As we are using the class keyword to declare the class, in the same way you need to make use of interface keyword to declare a interface. So this is the interface I manipulation, and inside this interface we have two methods, okay, public abstract void add and public abstract void subtract. So these are just the method declaration ending with semicolon. We don't provide the implementation here. After that there is another class manipulation. Here you can see the keyword implements. So this particular class is implementing our interface I manipulation. So this particular class manipulation needs to provide the implementation of all the abstract method present inside this interface. So there are two abstract methods, add and subtract. So this particular class is providing implementation for these two methods. Now that's it for the theory about the interfaces. Now we will see the practical implementation. So here I have a class called interface demo, and inside this class we have one main method. Now what I will do, I will declare one interface here. So how to declare an interface? With the help of interface keyword, interface, and here we will have the interface name. So let's say interface name is language. So you can give any name. So here I will say language and curly braces. So this is our interface now. So inside this interface we can declare a method. Now let's say we declare a method here. We'll say void get language. So this is my method name, and this will take one argument which is of type string. So let's declare it string. Let's say name. So this is just a method declaration here. So we don't have any error here, right? Because by default any method inside the interface will be abstract and public. So if I change the access specifier here to private, then what will happen? Here if I say private, then it will throw an error. What does the error says? Illegal modifier for the interface, because the method in the interface are internally public abstract void. So you cannot change the access file to private here. So in this way you have declared the interface, and inside the interface you have a method which is abstract. Now this particular class needs to implement this interface. So how to do this? With the help of implements keyword. So I will say here implements, and then the interface name, which is language. And now it's giving me error. Why it's throwing an error? Because this particular class needs to implement the unimplemented methods. So here you can click on add unimplemented methods. So by default it will provide you a structure of the abstract method which is present in our interface. So there is only one method. So if in this interface multiple methods are there, then all the methods body will be present here. So here you need to provide the implementation for this method. So here I will provide implementation. So for the demo purpose, we will have just one sysout statement, sysout, and here we will print the programming language. And here you can also see one annotations. So that is override, because this particular method is getting override here. Here we have the method, and here we are providing its implementation. Now what I will do, inside the main method, I will create the object of interface demo class, and I will try to call this particular method here. So let's create the object of interface demo, interface demo, and here I will call the method obj.getLanguage. And this particular method needs one argument, so we need to pass the argument here. So let's pass the argument. Let's say ABC or Java. Let's say Java. And what we will do, we will print that programming language is equal to, and whatever value we get here for name plus name. Now let's run this code. So see, we are getting here the message programming language is equals to Java. So I hope you have understood the basic concept about the interface, how to declare interface, what are the methods inside the interface, and how to implement the methods of interface. Now another topic we need to cover here is how to achieve the multiple inheritance. So what is the multiple inheritance? Multiple inheritance means one child class can extend the properties of two parent classes or more than two parent classes. So with the help of extend keyword, that is not possible, because multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. So I have provided the link in the description why the multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. But how we can overcome that problem with the help of interfaces, let's see that. So let's declare one more interface here. So I will say here interface of interface is verbal language. So verbal lang, and inside this interface we will have another method here. Let's say void get verbal, and this also take one argument, string name. So this is our second interface now. And now what we will do, this class will implement the properties of both these interfaces. So with the help of extend keyword, we know that we cannot extend two classes, but with the help of implements keyword, we can implement two different interfaces. So here you need to provide a comma and the name of second interface, which is our verbal line. So here, now this particular statement will throw an error. Why? Because we are implementing this interface verbal line, so we need to provide the implementation of this method as well, get verbal. Let's do one thing. Click here and say add unimplemented methods. So by default it will provide you a structure. So inside this get verbal, we will print the message sysout, and we will say verbal language is equal to, and we will print that variable here name. And now from the main method we will try to call this get verbal method. So obj dot get verbal, and here we need to pass one argument. So let's say we pass here English. So there is no error in our code. Let's save this and run now. So see, we are getting a message: verbal language is equal to English and programming language is equal to Java. So here we have seen we are able to implement the properties of two different interfaces in a single class. So in this way we have achieved the multiple inheritance in the interface. So that was all about the interfaces. In the next video we will cover the difference between the abstract classes and interface in detail. So thank you for watching.